So, at American Gun Chick, I hope you don't mind me using this, but I just wanted to have my say about this too. So, she recently, today, just did a video about Tim Pool being an idiot about firearms, because he may have shot a 50 BMG once, but that still does not mean he's any sort of intellectual about them. So I just want to go over them real quick. Let's get to what he just said, because it's kind of fascinating.
American Gun Chick says handgun rounds are horrible fight stoppers. Perps walk through handgun bullets like nothing. Ask a rapper. Even heart shots have 10 to 30 seconds to continue hurting folks. Under 10 rounds is effing stupid. So then what would you want? Would you want, like, buckshot or something? Like if you're in your house.
And you can't have more than 10 rounds?
No. I'm saying if you're in your house and you're like a Glock 17 9mm frangible hollow point or something. I feel like if someone's going to be able to move through them and still cause damage, like what would instantly stop them?
So, 10 rounds are not the standard. They're just not. 10 rounds are forced upon people in certain states and provinces in this country because they want to have a firearm, but the state restricts them to 10 rounds. And now Biden is talking about 8 rounds, which just goes to show that the government is not going to stop until they give you as few bullets as possible to use. Okay? Tim Pool, you really should not be limiting yourself to 10 rounds. So, that's 17 round mag right there. That's a 17 round magazine in the gun there. That's a 30 round magazine there in the rifle, and another 30 round magazine just in case. And before anyone gets upset about anything about these firearms not being safety checked, I will tell you, they have not. Because I'm in my own home, and I like having loaded guns.
Yes. I feel like buckshot would be good only because, especially if you're dark, you have a better chance of hitting them. Yeah? If it's in the dark.
We'll have to ask an expert, someone who is properly trained on close quarters combat.
So I hope you guys caught that, because she basically just said shotguns have spread and that you can shoot them in the dark because no matter what, you're going to be hitting something. That's not true, but that lady just said it's okay to shoot weapons in the dark at something you're clearly not knowing is a threat or not. So that handgun has a weapon light on it. That rifle has a rifle light on it. Yeah, I'm just going to say it's probably a good thing to have lights to positively identify what you're shooting at. So, I don't want to get into the whole you need to know what you're shooting at, because you don't know if it's someone you know coming into the bedroom late at night, that's your spouse, your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, or someone that you lent a key to, came in, down on his luck, and then you heard noise down in the hall, and then you decided to shoot them without identifying them, right? Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of instances where people have used shotguns and other weapons without lights and took out clearly dangerous threats to them and their safety inside their home. But get a light. It's a safe investment, okay? Get a light. Stop fucking around. Get a light. And on top of that, why are you using shotguns? Rifles and handguns are easier to use. Let's say you don't want to use a shotgun, you can get a rifle and have 30 rounds. You can get a handgun and have 17 rounds. Do you want to be using a handgun for a home defense encounter? Probably not. You'd probably want something bigger. Some people in the gun industry say that they use a handgun to fight their way to the rifle, which makes sense, because the rifle is a superior option compared to a handgun. And the only reason why you would ever have a handgun is if you're concealed carrying it, right? Or you're carrying it in some way. That would make sense. But frangible? Why frangible? Why not hollow points? Hollow points are the standard. They have been for a very, very long time. Frangible are good training ammo for when you want to shoot steel up close. Law enforcement don't actually use frangible. They use pointed soft points, at least in my area. They use hollow points, and the rounds do stop in the targets. Frangibles is harder, let's say that the guy goes to the hospital, it's hard to get every last bit of speck and dust out of the guy. It's probably best to get a frangible or soft point for home defense. I'm just saying. I mean, Full Metal Jacket I got, Hollow Points I got, I got everything I need, but Tim Pool, maybe you should actually, bring American Gun Chick on so she can talk about what's good, okay? I know you shot guns one time, but that does not make you an expert in anything, okay? And it doesn't take an expert to know that you need to know what you're shooting at, okay? An expert in home defense and combat? Use some common sense, my dude.